All right, today we're going to check out one of their underground beach raves in Melbourne. I won't say where, undisclosed location. They're obviously not legal. I got invited last week to come down and play, probably about Thursday, maybe Wednesday, from the dudes that have been running these. I think this is the third one, but these events haven't just started. They've legitimately been going for since the 90s. So people have been doing these for decades and decades. I'd say they're actually like a culture institution when it comes to like pop-up raves. And they do get shut down sometimes, but most of the time they get away with it. So we're gonna go suss it out. I've got a special guest coming on too, a Melbourne king. I'd say like a fucking OG. He's gonna jump on with me and put some through the decks. So you'll have to wait and see who that is, but we're gonna go check out these underground beach raves in Melbourne. So we pulled up to Black Rock, the city over there in the backdrop. The music is off, and there's a bunch of cop cars sitting in the car park. So we'll see. I just heard someone say the music's off. There's a guy playing bongos down there, but I got a feeling we might have stopped before it started. There's the top of the rave down there, so we're gonna figure out how to get down. And this is where they set the Jenny up. That's mint. Wow, let's see how we go. It's not looking good, fam. It's actually not that hidden away. I thought they'd be way more hidden away. It's just around this corner. So, update, we actually did get shut down. Well, they did get shut down. Basically, the cops came and said, hey, look, if you don't use a petrol generator, you're fine. But you can't use a petrol generator. Don't know why. So now they're going to pull an electric car that has a power point in it and pull a cord over the top of the hill, like up there, and they're going to power from that. So within half an hour, hopefully you can suss it out. But this is what it looks like right now. There's little renegade raves. There's one over here with a speaker. There's one over here. Little renegade raves within the renegade rave while they wait for the music. It's in the back of his ute. Follow it. It's on the right side of the beach tailgate. Still having dramas. It's about 40 minutes in, I think. This is the problem with renegade raves. They're not always reliable. The power's on, baby! My phone went flat at dusk, but Cal's ended up playing for like another hour. Got to like 9 o'clock, and then we jetted it because it was getting super, super dark down there. Obviously, the cops didn't come back, even though they said close it up at 9. And I don't know how long the guys went for, but what I will say is, from all reports, the beach was clean. People were cleaning up that beach, and people were on it. If someone left a can, they're like, oi, fucking pick that up. So they were very respectful, which we rated. And there was so many people helping out the whole time. So when I rolled up at the beginning, obviously the coppers had broken up the party and said, hey, you can't use the generator. And at that point, the guys didn't have any other power option. But then this random dude that we met from Wales, his name was Jimmy Legend, and one of his mates had a BYD, so a car, a ute that's an electric car. And basically they come up with the idea of like, why don't we plug it in? So then out of nowhere, all these people from the rave just kept coming up going, oh, I've got electrical cords in my car. I've got electrical cords in my car. And these guys ran like 10 electrical cords. And I reckon it was like 400 meters from from that rave point all the way up into the public car park. They plugged it in, and then eventually there was actually something wrong with it. They found out there was this yellow cord that was fucked. They replaced it. Took about an hour and 10 minutes. Power kicked on. Everybody was up for it. Vibes were fucking high. I was absolutely loving it, playing some tunes, and then obviously I invited Callis to jump on. So I played about half an hour myself. Callis came on, we did about a half an hour back to back, and then he ended up playing another hour by himself at the end. It was good to have him down, an old mate of mine, obviously, and one of the OGs of Melbourne. Also, too, the guys are running it. So the guys who were running it were Joey and Ali. Funnily enough, Alex is actually one of my mates' little brothers, which I didn't know until I got there because I didn't realize that he had brothers that young. But anyway, small world. But these dudes, very pure intentions. Like, they hired the decks, they hired the gear, they fucking put the petrol in the generator. They literally did everything. hit me up to come down and play. And the reason why they did is because they wanted myself to come down and basically play a genre of music that they don't believe that their crowd had really heard before. So they were basically giving flowers to the older heads, which doesn't happen that often anymore. And for me, I was like, fuck yeah, respect, boys. Like, you let us come down and sort of, in a way, hijack your rave, put on a show these guys music they haven't done before. And the crowd was like very good looking, I will say that. But second to that, it was a lot of backpackers, mixed people. There was a guy that I know who had brought down people who were living with him, exchange students who were losing their mind about it, and then just good heads, like really, really good vibes. People from all different sorts and different ages. There was like a 65-year-old guy there playing bongo drums. There was other older ravers there, and then all the way up to like little kids at one point I saw walk past and they were having a dance too, which is what it's about, right? So these free gigs, you're probably thinking, how the fuck do you get away with these? Well, believe it or not, it is not against the law to play music outside. There's no issue with that. There's the things that happen around when you play music outside is how you get stung. So basically, like if you're leaving trash or it's ruly or people aren't listening to demands, that sort of shit is when they can go, well, we can shut this down and, it's a riot or it's getting out of control, rah, rah. But if it's in control and everyone's doing the right thing, you can play music. How the cops pinned them on this day was they said, oh, look, the generator's emitting smoke, so you can't do that, which is kind of a bullshit thing in my opinion. So they figured a way around it with the electrical power point with the car, which was actually mind-blowing. Made me fucking laugh if I'm totally honest. But that's how they got around it. But you can, as long as you're in the perimeters and you're not getting any noise complaints before 10 p.m, you're allowed to have music if you're not pissing anybody off. Yes, the cops can tell you to shut it down, but legally, if you're not really doing anything wrong. So these renegade raves are popping up around Melbourne all the time. I'm going to be playing a whole lot more. So you'll start to see more content like this, but I've kind of done a call out and saying, hey, if you're doing a cool renegade rave, private property, public property, let me know because I really want to dive into this and I will play for free is basically what I'm doing because as I said before, I don't really like charging promoters because effectively I want to be about the culture and I believe Saturday was a mad representation of the culture. These are guys who use their own money to put on a show for free for people to enjoy about music, tilted the hats, gave the flowers to the old boys, let them come down and do their thing, educated the younger generation, paid their respects, and it was all around a fucking amazing day. Hats off to those dudes. And you can go into my Instagram or if you want to message me, I'll hook you up so you can watch their stories because they plan on throwing a whole bunch more. But anyway, guys, if you like this video, like, follow, subscribe. Like I always tell you, if you keep raving, I'll keep ranting and keep your eyes out because this year's going to be fucking stellar.